The Second Era, Season 2, Episode 8, The Order of the Lost. After a few days of rest, the party is greeted by Tuma, who gifts them all with enchanted rings, the Ring of the Mother and 5 Rings of the Lost. In order to test out their new abilities, the party is presented with a few options. They decide to go and help the town of Baragost from an orc invasion. When the party arrives, they see that the orc tribe has already taken over the town and is currently holding it for ransom, awaiting a reply from Osanos. The party charges in to rescue the gnomes, and they're astonished at their newfound power. Silver incinerates the first orc with the basic spell. Seeing this, Gwen decides to use something with a bit more power and ends up summoning a pillar of fire from the heavens to take out the rest of the group outside. The party moves into the building with the hostages, and Silver summons a deadly wall of thorns to take out most of the orcs inside. The orc chieftain grows desperate seeing the party take out all of his men. He grabs one of the gnomes and puts a blade to his neck, telling everyone to stand down. Silver attempts to take him out from behind, but fails in her attack, and he runs the blade across the gnome's neck. Gwen jumps into action quickly and speaks a divine prayer to heal the gnome, and then brings her righteous blade upon the orc, finishing him. The town thanks this new guild, dubbed the Order of the Lost. Having warmed up to their new abilities, the party regroups at the Forgotten Grotto and plan to head straight for the capital. Tuma teleports the party to the Sigkanu Temple in Zurio. They decide to ride down to the mid-tier of the city to get a room for the evening. Silver uses her magic to spy on Bender again, and witnesses him finding a woman named Ionia. She sees him using his power to make this woman sick. Following the woman, she tells a guard that she isn't feeling well and is going to miss the meeting. Bender then decides to follow the guard. In the morning, the party splits up. Krax and Gwen have some bonding time looking for an outpost for a guild Krax used to run with called the Drunken Spears to get information on this possible meeting. Krax finds the Candid Boar Tavern and asks around for the Spears. They meet with a Drunken Spear member who tries to help them and ends up getting arrested. Gwen shifts gears and makes a plan to pretend to join the city guard. They ask a guard how to join. He says go to the hall in the upper tier and see Seraphim. The party uses their new enchanted rings to teleport to the rest of the group. They pick up a map from the temple and go to meet with Seraphim. Not wanting to actually sign the application to join the city guard, Krax slides over 10 gold, and the guard hooks them up with a meeting. The party heads to the castle and follow the guard's instructions in order to get themselves into the meeting. Sarah enters the room saying that she is the Imperial Regent. Krax tries to get information out of her about Ionia's meeting, but Sarah claims to not know what he's referring to. Krax continues to press down, saying that he wants to join the guard, and then saying that he's a friend of Ionia, and then trying to ask Sarah on a date, then that he's supposed to take Ionia's place in the meeting. As Krax continues to try to spin this conversation, Sarah catches Silver secretly trying to cast a spell. Sarah uses a Rod of Whole Person, but only Krax is caught in the spell. As Sarah calls for help, Iona grabs Krax, and Silver blocks the exits with a wall of thorns. Gwen and Silver try to talk Sarah down, but she doesn't seem to be having it. The party puts down their weapons and surrender. They are arrested by Magister Kraglin. In prison, the party finds that they can't use magic within their cells. Silver, with the help of Krax, is able to squeeze her hand outside enough to slowly wild shape into an ant. She then becomes a bird and flies off to find Tuma for help. Silver and Tuma send a message to Asbara, letting him know the situation. Asbara arrives to help break the party out. After escaping, Krax, Silver, and Asbara go on a stealth mission to regain the party's gear, because all 3 of them can go invisible. After successfully acquiring their things, they find some extra gold, Iona's cat, and an additional bonus cat. The party regroups and heads back to the temple to lie low, but Asbara goes off on his own. While lying low at the temple, the party begins to discuss how their guild will operate, how funds are to be distributed, where their base of operations should be. Tuma arrives saying that Asbara has called for help. The party is teleported to the Emperor's palace. After scoping the place out and deciding on a plan of action, they magically open a door with a gust of wind, and Crack's owl goes inside to scout ahead. Through his eyes, Crack sees a room filled with nobles, dignitaries, the Emperor, Asbara, and Bender. Bender, wearing the Emperor's crown, dances on the table while puppeteering others to dance as well. He notices the owl and commands Asbara to go outside to greet friends. Asbara walks out and approaches the party and tries to get them to surrender by summoning a shadow dragon. After seeing the party's hesitation, Tuma easily contains the dragon and goes after Asbara. Bender walks out and offers everyone a trade. He points to Tuma and says, "Name." Krax takes a moment to consider the offer, but is cut off when Asbara takes the deal and instead trades for his own freedom, saying that Tuma's true name is Bahamut. The second he says this, Tuma leaves for fear of what Bender could do with the power of a dragon Primarch. Bender's power grows immensely, altering his form. He then summons a portal, and through the portal, he summons Grumstock, the Troll King. The party is attacked by Bender and Grumstock as Asbara flees, having now gained his freedom. Throughout the battle, Bender tries to have the party do his bidding, but with their new power, they're able to just barely resist his commands. The situation grows dire as Grumstock closes in on the party, so they awaken their avatars to do battle. The Grey Ooze blocks the door, keeping the Court of Puppets from joining in on the conflict. Grumstock takes down Cat the Spirit, but as he looks up, Grigor, Uriel, and the Grey Ooze are surrounding him and are able to take him down, and despite his newfound power, Bender is unable to defeat the Order of the Lost. In the stillness, the air grows cold. Ice suddenly appears and captures everyone in the vicinity, and in walks Auril. She rescues her brother Rhaegar, one of the puppeted court members, then walks over to Bender's body and crushes it in ice. The ice begins to go smaller, 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 until there's nothing left but a small black diamond. Auril says that their deal is off now that she has the Emerald Amulet and this black diamond. Silver asks about the Emerald Amulet and Dalen, but Auril doesn't care to answer. Krax, having discovered a new magical ability, magically pickpockets the diamond from Auril, but this item has so much magical power that she notices as soon as it leaves her presence. Auril gives them one chance, as she threatens everyone's lives. Silver, not knowing that Krax took it, is able to detect the magic on him and tells him to give it back. Valuing his life more than the shiny diamond, Krax gives it back. Auril and Rhaegar fly away into the night. As the ice is melting, Gwen looks around at the room and realizes that she is standing holding the Emperor's crown in the middle of a ton of destruction, and the party is already wanted in the city. They slip off to a side room and try to ask Tuma for help, who sends an emissary to teleport them away. They leave the crown and escape the capital.